Hello. Today I thought we'd focus on opening up through the front side of the body, which is really such a wonderful way to improve our posture and just overall how we feel. We breathe better, so our mood is brighter, we feel more energized and just able to deal with our day. So go ahead and come to sit comfortably to start with and set up your posture, sitting right up on the top of your sit bones if you can, drawing your spine up comfortably tall, keeping the neck in line with the spine. And to start, take your shoulders up just a little bit and back, and then relax them so they're over your hips and you already feel more openness in the front of the body. You can relax your belly and just breathe with ease for a few moments as you press pause on everything else going on in your day and bring you mind and body to this time to connect with yourself. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands to your heart and interlace your fingers and take a breath as you breathe in. Take a breath in as you lift your elbows, and then breathe out as you reach your arms forward. Breathe in as you lift up tall, feeling length through the spine, and then exhale, relax the arms down, bring the hands behind, and as you breathe in, interlace the fingers and reach down and away if you can, and then exhale, come back to center. We'll keep moving through this little mandala circle here. Inhale, lift the elbows, the shoulders. Exhale, feel the shoulders move forward. Inhaling, reaching up, maybe the shoulders lift again. Exhale, the shoulders relax completely, hands behind. They can stay right on your sacrum if you want as you inhale and draw the shoulders gently towards each other. Exhale, relax again as you come back to center. One more time like this. Feel free to follow your own breath rhythm. You don't have to match my timing. This is your time. Inhaling, lift your heart. Exhaling to center. We're going to keep moving here as we add on. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift tall. This time as you exhale, come into a side bend towards your right side. So feel your left hip pressing down towards the floor as you stretch all the way up and out through the left fingertips. Keep your head and your neck relaxed. You may even want to turn to look up and then back down at your hand and do that a few times. You're ready, go ahead and come on up. Bring that left hand behind you and the right hand across to the left knee. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. Keep your spine stacked over your hips as you breathe out and gently twist to the left. When you're ready to come back to face center, keeping the right hand where it is, take your left arm up and cross it over, bringing the hands behind your knees, midway up on your thighs, and take a breath as you sit tall, and as you breathe out, come forward, keeping the arms as straight as you can to feel a nice stretch between the shoulders. When you're ready, lift up, lift just the hands up so you keep the elbows stacked, coming into Garuda arms. So the hands are back to back, or maybe they come around and face each other here. Wherever you are, you could always opt to give yourself a hug, or even take the arms to parallel if neither of the other options feel okay. I'm just going to shift a little bit so you can see. Either way, you want your elbows to be drawn gently forward and up to feel that space between your shoulder blades. From here, you could take your right ear to your right shoulder. Come through center as you breathe in, and then left ear to left shoulder. Back through center as you breathe in. Exhale here And next time you breathe in, draw the arms up, unwind, big stretch. Exhale, bring the hands behind, and inhale, lift, lengthen that front body. Exhale, come back to center. Go ahead and give the legs a little break here as you bring the feet well out in front of you. So a nice wide diamond shape, just warming up the body. So sit tall as you breathe in, and then exhale, just curl over that space in between your legs, relaxing your head and your neck, softening into the space. As you breathe in, slowly come on up, and exhale as you bring the feet to the floor and the knees bent. Bring the hands behind, and we'll inhale, lift the chest. This may be enough here. If you'd like more on an exhale, you could lift the hips as well, coming up into a reverse table. As you inhale, lower back down, and then exhale, relax. If you are sitting with your legs crossed, you may like to switch and bring the opposite leg in front. If it's not torture, it's just good to give your mind something new to do, something exciting to try. It helps us to deal with change more easily. So with the hands, we'll do the same. You have a way that you typically interlace. Do the opposite this time. As you inhale, lift up. As you exhale, reach forward. Inhaling again, reaching up. I know it feels awkward. We're going to get to let it go now as we side bend to the left. So really opening up this whole right side of the body from hip through fingertips. Feel free to look up towards your arm and down towards the hand a few times as you release the neck. And then when you're ready, come on back up, bringing the right hand behind. Take the left hand across. Inhale, sit tall. And exhale, slowly twist. So we're aiming to keep the spine stacked right up over the hips here. Go ahead and come back to face center when you're ready. Keep the left hand where it is. Take the right up and over. Hands behind the knees. If you'd like, you could flip them up or keep the palms facing down. And then exhale, come forward, keeping those arms just as straight as you can. Stretching in the back of the body. As you inhale, come on up, keeping the elbows stacked. So now your right elbow should be on top. So remember, hands back to back, palms face each other. Give yourself a hug or just do parallel arms. Whatever works for you, and it could very well be different from one side to the other. Wherever we are, we want that feeling of drawing armpits towards elbows. And then go ahead and take the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale through center when you're ready, and right ear to right shoulder as you breathe out. When you're ready, come back to center. And on your next breath in, reach up and unwind, full opening. Exhale, relax, hands behind last time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hands come back to center and just relax. We'll go ahead from here and come over to hands and knees. All right, so from all fours, we'll take a breath in, coming into cow pose as we tip the pelvis forward and draw the shoulders towards each other. As we exhale, we come into cat by doing the opposite, moving the shoulders away from each other and tipping the pelvis back, drawing the tailbone down. And we'll keep this going. Inhaling in cow, exhaling to cat. Inhale, we draw that sternum forward, lift the sit bones, and exhale, we draw the tailbone down, draw the chest back in. You can stick with this movement if you like, or just take note of your spine, the back of the body, and just start to move in whatever way feels good to you, whatever way feels like a good release or a good stretch. It just feels like what your spine is calling out for. nice to close your eyes here and really tune into your body and what just sounds good, feels good right now. And when you're ready, take time to make your way back to neutral. From here, we're going to walk the hands well out in front of the shoulders. Really reach through the fingertips. Keep the hips lifted, tuck the toes, and slowly lower the heart towards the mat. Keeping the arms slightly active and lifted, the elbows off the mat just slightly. Those fingertips reaching long. Anahatasana, or extended puppy pose. When you're ready, slowly lift back up and go ahead and walk the hands not all the way back under the shoulders, just a few inches in front. And then go ahead and lift the knees and the hips up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. And go ahead and just take a moment, press one heel down if you like, and then the other. You can move slowly or quickly. Just listen to yourself. And eventually bend your knees and start to take small steps towards the front of your mat to meet your hands. When you get there, just relax over, bend the knees here, let your belly come towards the thighs, let your head and your shoulders relax, and then keeping the knees bent, slowly draw that navel in, draw your pubic bone towards your navel as you slowly roll all the way up to stand. Excellent. When you get here, find your mountain, your Tadasana. So you're standing tall, strong. The legs are active. We're not locked into the knees or the hips. They're active, but not to tire us out, just to stand tall and support us as we lift the spine long and tall. So from here, we're going to inhale and reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. So hinge from the hips, reach all the way down to the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need to get those hands down. On an inhale, lift up halfway. So we look like a number 7 as we straighten the legs without locking the knees. And we lift the spine up halfway, keeping it neutral. As you exhale, keep the spine neutral as you lower back down. So if that means bend the knees to prevent the spine from rounding, bend the knees. Go ahead and step your right leg back, and we'll lower the back knee to the floor. We want to line the front knee up right over the ankle. And then when you're stable there, come on up. We're going to come back to those arms that we did at the beginning, that beautiful circle. So bring your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. Lift those elbows. As you breathe out, reach out and extend the belly out over that front thigh as well. As you breathe in, come back up. Lengthen. Exhale. Hands relax. Come behind. They can stay here as you inhale, or they can reach down and away. As you exhale, we'll release the hands, bring them back to the floor. Go ahead and step back into plank, so it can be a low or a high plank. Engage the belly, take a breath, and really press the ground away from you as you lower all the way down. We'll bring the arms back by the sides, the palms facing up, and on an inhale, lift the upper and the lower body. Think about keeping your spine long as your belly is active. The crown of the head is reaching forward, so we're not shortening the vertebrae in the neck. Toes and fingertips are reaching in the opposite direction to the crown of the head. Our core is active all the way around. On an exhale, lower back down. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, and press back up, either hands and knees, a low or a high plank. And then from here, lift back, downward facing dog. Really spread the fingers wide, press down through each fingertip, and draw your collarbones into a smile shape as you bring the shoulders onto the back and down away from the ears. On an inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, slowly draw that right foot through all the way up in between the hands. You can take your time, use your hand to help it get there. Lower the back knee once you're there and come up. Again, we want to make sure that knee is not going past the ankle. Coming back to those arms, hands to your heart. Take a breath as you interlace the fingers and lift. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, lift long through the sides of the body. Exhale, relax. Hands behind. Inhale, lift tall. Open your heart. Exhale, release those hands back to the floor. We're going to lift the back knee here, get a little bit of a spring, and then inhale, come forward. Come back to your number 7 shape, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees here. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come back up. Exhale, relax your arms down by your sides. Beautiful. Just take a breath, reset. And then on your next breath in, reach up again. You can look up or straight ahead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left leg back this time. And again, we'll lower that back knee. When you're ready, come on up. And we'll interlace those fingers again, bringing them down onto that right thigh. We're going to inhale and really press those hands down as we lift the heart and lengthen the front side of the body. On an exhale, we're going to press in as we lift and round, pulling gently away from the hands. And just do that a couple of times. It's a cow and cat motion with the spine, the arms very active here. Inhale, really lengthen, gently draw that tailbone forward to stretch your left hip flexor. And exhale, back off and round. On your next inhale, release the hands. You can reach them up or keep them at your hips. And then exhale, lower down. Stepping back once again into your plank, low or high. Take a breath. And on an exhale, slowly lower down. Good. We'll repeat our Shalabhasana, our locust pose. Nice, wonderful back strengthener. Inhale, lift. Just pausing here, a couple of breaths. Shoulders moving onto the back, away from the ears. As you exhale, lower. Hands under the shoulders, tuck those toes, come back up however you'd like. Eventually reaching into downward facing dog. Pausing here for a couple of breaths, drawing your ribs down towards your navel to really feel the length along the sides and the front of the body. On an inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, slowly draw it through all the way up between the hands. Lower that back knee, find your alignment, and then come on up. Good. All right. Interlace. If you like, try interlacing the awkward way and bring the hands onto that left thigh. Inhale, really press and lift and lengthen, drawing that tailbone gently forward. As you exhale, round back, drawing that navel in. Inhale, lift. It's like you're offering your heart up as a gift. Exhale, round, let the back of the heart shine. One more time. Front of the heart brightens. Back of the heart brightens. Next time you inhale, release the hands, reach up, or hands to hips. Exhale, lower back down. Lift that back knee, and we'll inhale, step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Just go ahead and relax here in your Uttanasana for a couple breaths. You can gently shake your head no, nod it yes. Maybe you want to sway a little bit from side to side. Let your weight shift from one foot to the other. And then center your weight again, bend the knees when you're ready, and inhale to come back up. Exhale, relax. Beautiful. All right. Noticing how you feel as we breathe in again, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, plant the hands, and we'll step back into plank. We'll go ahead and lower the knees, coming into a low plank, shoulders over the wrists. And we're going to start by taking the right hand a little bit closer to the left. Pivot on that right knee to face to the side, so bringing that foot behind you like a kickstand and extending that left leg out. So you can start with your hand on your hip, and if you feel stable, reach it up. And really think about lifting the hip, lifting the side, the left side of the ribs. You can reach that arm forward, creating more length along that side of the body. Inhale here, really reach, and then exhale, slowly circle that arm around. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhale, circle. Full range of motion for your shoulders, whatever that is for you. Next time you come up, we're going to switch the direction of those circles. Just think nice and slow. Deliberate movement. Notice how each movement feels through that whole circle. Last one. We're going to bring that hand back down, come back around to a full low plank. Getting ready to switch sides. So go ahead and take the left hand closer to the right. We're going to take the left foot behind us, pivoting on that knee, and extend that right leg out to the side. When you feel comfortable, you can reach the arm up, engage the belly, think about lift through this right side, extending that arm forward for even more openness in that side of the body. Take a breath. Really reach, and then exhale. Start to circle that arm. Inhale to come up. Exhale to reach and circle. Next time you come up, we'll switch the direction of those circles. Notice how one side differs from the other. Just enjoy flow of your arm through the air. And next time you release down, come back over to your plank, and then we'll lower all the way down onto the belly. Once we get here, we're just going to roll over onto the back, and then bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, and then go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Wiggle out your toes, circle the ankles a few times in each direction. And take a breath in as you start to release your knees like you want to put your feet back on the floor. And then exhale, hug them in again. You may lift the head and the shoulders towards the knees if you'd like. Otherwise, keep them on the floor. Inhale and release. Exhale. Squeeze. A couple more times like this. Inhale and release. Exhale, hug yourself in. Last one. And then the next time you inhale, just release your feet back to the floor. You might take them a little bit wider than hip width and let the knees drop together briefly. Go ahead and relax your arms out by your sides with your palms facing towards the ceiling. If it feels okay, just lift the chest and let your shoulders just draw very gently, just a very small movement towards each other. Just again to open up the front of the body a little bit more to finish off. Or if you'd like and you have a blanket, or like I have this mat, you can always bring a little prop. You could pause your video and get a little something, a cushion or a blanket to put right underneath your chest, and then relax down over it. Whatever feels good to you. And feel free to keep the knees bent or extend the legs out. And this is your time, so go ahead and stay here as long as you like. If you want to, if you have a prop and you want to remove it at some stage and just lie flat, just go for it. Wherever you are, you might like to close your eyes. Just briefly tune into the feeling of the back of the body. Let it feel heavy and supported by what's beneath you. And then switch your focus to the front of the body. And just notice the openness that you've created there, just through moving your body. Notice a lightness, almost a buoyancy. And relax your belly. And just breathe slowly and deeply a few times. Just savoring the breath, giving yourself just a moment in your day to simply be, to enjoy the gift of breathing. Enjoy the openness in your body. And feel free to stay as long as you like. And then whenever you're ready, just slowly bring yourself back up. Prepare to get back into your day, whatever lies ahead. Maybe it's bedtime, maybe it's your whole day. Whatever it is, just take the time and compassion to prepare yourself. Thank you for being with me today. Namaste. And always, if you're watching these and you have any requests, any type of classes or flows or poses that you'd like to do or work on, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. I'd love to help out.